Hi, this is Dr. Cara of drcaragubbins.com and the Animal Wisdom Circle. I'm here to connect you with animals, nature, and spirit, which includes your intuition. If you've been struggling to develop your intuition or feel like you have blocks to being intuitive, this video is for you. You're going to learn how you already are intuitive, how you're hardwired to be intuitive, and how to develop your intuition. So you probably know that the human brain is divided into right and left sides, and these two sides have different functions. The left side of the brain is considered the logical, linear, reasoning kind of side of the brain, and the right side of the brain is considered the creative, intuitive, global, holistic, non-linear, connected side of the brain. Right down the middle is the part of the brain called the corpus callosum, and that part of the brain actually integrates the two sides. And that's the goal as a human being, is to have both the right brain and the left brain working well and to have them integrated so that you can be this whole, complete, integrated human being. You are designed that way. Sometimes in our modern culture, we forget that we have all of these aspects to ourselves, and all of them are good. Neither side is the enemy. Neither side is bad or wrong. It's not bad to be imaginative, and it's not bad to be logical. But there can be a time and a place for both of those things, and they're not always at the same time or the same place. So to go a little bit deeper into these two parts of our brain, the right brain and the left brain, let's look at the right brain first. This is where most of our emotional experience resides or happens. This part of our brain is our receptive part of the brain. We're taking in information. We're getting global information. It's non-linear, holistic, non-time oriented kind of an experience. And this is where there's a lot more spontaneity. As you'll see in a minute, the left brain is much more linear, step by step. The right brain makes intuitive leaps, makes connections between things, is much more spontaneous, imaginative, and it's not based on time. It's a timeless experience. And things can happen simultaneously because of that timeless experience of being grounded in your right brain or experiencing your right brain. So in contrast, the left brain is much more logical and linear. It's where the part of our brain is that we use for analyzing things and thinking about stuff. It's sequential. It likes to follow rules and patterns, 1, 2, 3, in order, in a row. And this is where our critical thinking skills reside. So if you're having any challenge with your intuition, the solution is to access your right brain more. And there's a lot of ways to do it. Doing any of these things will help you develop your intuition because it will stimulate and strengthen the right side of the brain. So be relaxed. In our modern society, we tend to get pretty tight in the shoulders and pretty focused and determined and rigid and stressed. So just by relaxing, you'll have more access to the right brain. Be open. You know, the left brain is really the side of our brain that knows stuff, that wants to be right, that thinks it has all the answers. The right side of the brain is open to what might be out there, to possibilities. So the more you can be open, the more you're going to be using your right brain. The right brain is also accessed through meditation. If you've ever meditated and reached that state where you feel like you're bigger than your body and there's no sense of time, it could be a minute, it could be an hour, that's because you're having a right brain experience. So whatever you do to bring that meditative state will help you strengthen the right brain. And it can come from all different kinds of ways. It can come from meditation or being out in nature or doing repetitive sports, those kinds of things. Even driving down the highway can get you into that kind of meditative, timeless right brain kind of experience. One of the biggest things that I teach my students in my classes is to be curious. If you are accessing your intuition and wanting to get intuitive guidance, if you can remain curious, you're going to stay in the right brain, which is where that intuition is going to come in and be processed, which is going to make it easier for you to access that information. So be curious about the outcome. I wonder what, I wonder if, I wonder why, I wonder. That's putting yourself into that right brain experience. And you can literally turn off your analyzer. That's your left brain. So I actually imagine a light switch and I turn my analyzer off when I do intuitive work. And you can do the same. It can be anything. You can have a ritual where if you sit on this pillow, you're turning off your analyzer. But really what you're doing is just telling your left brain to take a break. You're going to focus on a right brain experience. You can come back online later. Don't get worried. Don't get threatened. Just take a little break. Turn off the analyzer, suspend your disbelief, and stay open and curious. So there's a lot of ways to develop your intuition. One of the ways is to strengthen your right brain and give your left brain a break. So the more you can access and practice using your right brain and practice just saying, hey brain, left brain, take a little break, mental margarita time, the more you're going to automatically develop your intuition. So how do you do that? Well, you do right-brained activities, meditating, dancing, being out in nature, daydreaming, using your imagination, making things up, playing. Playing is a great right-brained activity. You also can suspend disbelief. Just like when we go to the movies, we know that it's not real, but we suspend that disbelief and we get really involved in the story and the characters, and it feels like we're there, even though we're just sitting in a chair. So suspend disbelief. The next time you go to do something intuitive, just stay open and curious and say, hey, I'm going to just be open to whatever happens. I'm suspending my disbelief. And the tool that I recommend the most to develop your intuition is to keep an intuition journal. Record everything now and analyze it later. And then you've got both sides of your brain working together. Record it now as you're in that right brain experience, getting the information, not looking at it, just, taking dictation, basically. And then later, after the experience is over, you invite your left brain into play and say, hey, let's look at this. Are there patterns? Is there good information? Can we use this? What does this mean? And that's going to start to marry that right brain and that left brain. And that's how you're going to become that integrated human being, really maximizing all parts of your brain, helping them work together. And it's just going to make you more intuitive and more content. And I think you're going to find that you have a more evolved, satisfying experience in your life. So I hope this was helpful for you if you're struggling at all with your intuition. Maybe you didn't know some of this information and it's helpful to know. Maybe there's some tricks and tools and some exercises that you picked up. I sure hope so. If you liked the video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to go deeper with connecting with animals, nature, and spirit, please hop over to drcaragubbins.com. We've got a lot of great stuff going on over there. Have a beautiful day.